Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I have a brush review to share with you today. We're going to go in depth with this brand new set from shopmissa.com. If you guys have missed my recent hauls I've been doing lately, I'll be sure to link those down below and in the card. So a little information about this brush set. It retails for $10.55, cruelty-free and vegan friendly, as well as the case that it comes with. Get a total of 10 brushes, 5 eye brushes, and 5 face brushes. It says on the website that these are travel friendly, easy to clean, and hypoallergenic. I also really love this brush case. It comes free with the brush set. Really nice quality. It's just a faux fake leather. It has a beautiful kind of bronzy rose gold color to it. It's just really nice. It looks nice. It looks more expensive than what it is. So I love it when you get a free brush roll or brush holder. This is great for traveling or just storing your brushes so they don't get dirty or dust on them. So I really like this one. It has the 2 clasps on the side. So you can also use these just sitting out on your vanity and put your brushes in the brush holder. I tend to do that quite a bit, especially when I'm testing out some new brushes. I'll just set them out. So this kind of doubles as a little brush holder. I did want to mention that this is very similar in size to the AW Studio Paw Paw Charity eye brush set, which I have done a full review on this, so definitely check that out. Again, I will link other brush reviews I've done from Miss A. I've done quite a few, and I really genuinely love their brushes. They're cruelty-free, really affordable. You can't beat the price. So here is the eye brush set, and here is the rose gold set. Very similar. It's pretty much the exact same case, but it's just a different color. Alright, so let's take a closer look at each brush. I did get ready today and apply my makeup using all of these brushes so you can see them in action. So let's just get right to it. Let's start with the face brushes first because I typically do my face makeup first and then my eyes last. So let's start with the F36. Now this is the only brush I did not use today because I really dislike these brushes. This is just a typical flat paddle brush or foundation brush. It does say on the website that this can be used for foundation or cream blush. I have tried this with cream blush and it does not perform well at all. So for me personally, this is just a brush I will never reach for, and I'm sorry, but I just did not use it today because I just find if I did use this with foundation or a tinted moisturizer, I just feel like it's so streaky, patchy. It just gives me too much texture and brush strokes, and then I have to just go in with a damp sponge and fix it. So this is probably my least favorite brush out of the entire set. Alright, let's move on to the F31 brush. This is described as a stippling foundation brush, and it says that you can use this with full coverage foundation. So I did use this today to apply my BB cream, and did actually use the one from the AW Studio line, and I do like this. I feel like it does give my skin more coverage if you are using a more full coverage product, or maybe you want to get more coverage out of a foundation or tinted moisturizer, BB cream, whatever. I do feel like this does help give you that coverage. However, this is just a very short, it is dense, but it's not extremely dense, and it's just a flat, harsh cut at the top. Not my favorite for when it comes to using a foundation brush. It does an okay job. It's not my favorite, but you can use this for your foundation or BB cream. Alright, so moving on to the E150. Now this is considered one of the eye brushes, but personally this is too large to be an eyeshadow brush. Today I actually use this to blend out my concealer underneath my eyes, and brushes are really great, especially ones like this. This is a nice kind of rounded dome shape. I like the shape of this brush. I also went ahead and grabbed my e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer and applied a nice thin layer over my eyelids to prime my eyes, and I actually really like this with the putty primer from e.l.f. So if you like those kind of like paint pots or tub eyeshadow primers, and you really don't want to stick your fingers in there or your nails and get them all nasty, you know, keep things a little bit clean and more hygienic, definitely using a brush, swirl around the product and then tap, and you can really blend that out. So I feel like it did a really great job. It just makes the application more quick, I think, and just a little bit more hygienic. So I actually really like this brush. All right, let's move on to the F12. This is the setting brush or blush brush. So I did use this today to set my BB cream. I mainly set around my nose, on my eyelids, and around my mouth area, a little bit down my neck. And this does a really great job. This is a nice fluffy brush, but it has a nice density to it. It has a beautiful rounded shape. And I also use this to apply my bronzer today. So I would say that this is good for setting powders or for bronzer. I feel like this isn't too dense of a brush. It's still fluffy enough to where it blends bronzer really nicely. However, I probably would not use this for blush just because it's a little too big. I like to apply my blush in a more precise manner, and the next brush we're going to talk about I think is perfect for that. So this one, I really like it. I think it's great. All right, so moving on to the F14, and this is the contour or bronzer brush, but personally I like to use this for blush. I love a nice fluffy angled brush that's not too wide and it's not too large and fluffy, but it has a little bit of a density to it. Again, this brush, so soft. I love the nice kind of oval shape, but it's definitely angled. The cut of this brush is perfect for applying blush. You could definitely use this for bronzer. You can use it for contouring if you want to. I love how this kind of just sweeps and hugs the curve of your face right along the cheekbones. Perfect for that, and it just blends out powder products so beautifully. So I love this brush. All right, so moving on to the F17, and this is the last face brush in this set, and this is the fan brush. Just a very typical fan brush. It's not very dense at all. It's a little bit on the flimsy side, but it does hold its shape very well. So I use this today to apply my highlighter to my cheekbones, my nose, my cupid's bow, and this really does do a very nice job. But overall, it did a really great job. I feel like it does a nice application, just a nice way to kind of build up that highlighter. So if you want a softer look with your highlighter, I think a fan brush like this is really nice. It gives you a nice light application where you can slowly build up that highlighter if you want it to be a little bit more intense, a little bit more flashy. It does its purpose and it's very soft, and yeah, I like it. All right, so let's move on to the rest of the brushes, and they're all eye brushes. So the first one we have here is the E143. And this is described as a shader brush or concealer brush. So today I use this to apply a shimmery eyeshadow all over my lid. It's just a flat shader brush, nothing too exciting. But this one can be great for, again, applying concealer if you want to. I think also using this for eyeshadow primer, especially if it's in a little round pot. You can also use this for like foiled eyeshadows, applying glitter. So I do like these flat kind of paddle brushes for the eye because they do come in handy. Next we have the E113. This is the eyeshadow packing brush. This one I use to just highlight my brow bone area just with a matte cream nude eyeshadow. Now this one again is extremely similar to the last one I just showed you, the E143. It's just slightly longer. It's a slightly bigger brush. It extends out a little bit further than the other one I showed you. So you can pretty much, again, use it the same way. You can use it for concealer. You can use it to apply an eyeshadow primer, cream eyeshadow if you wanted to. You can also use these type of brushes to cut the crease with. So today I just kept it simple. I just used this to highlight my brow bone with just a matte cream nude shade. All right, next we have the E142, and this is the smudge brush. This to me is a medium-sized pencil brush. I like using these mainly to highlight the inner corner, so that's what I did. I took a nice shimmery bright eyeshadow and just applied a little bit to the tear duct area, and it did a really great job. So I think this is a really great highlighting brush. You could use this to kind of smudge out liner, but this is a little bit long. It's not a super dense brush, so to me, I feel like I'll probably only use this to highlight the inner corner. So not like the most amazing brush ever, but it does get the job done. All right, and last but not least, we have the E144, and this is an angled eyeliner brush or it can be used as an eyebrow brush. I have tried this with my brow pomade, and let me just tell you what, it did not go very well. So I did use it today to apply a nice matte brown eyeshadow and kind of used it as a smudgy liner, if you will, just a soft liner today. And this actually did a really great job. Now this angled brush is pretty thick and it's pretty wide. So personally for me, I need something more precise and more kind of slender, if you will. Like this brush is just too thick. All right, so I hope you found that helpful, just me using each brush and how I like to use them personally. Again, you can use brushes however you want to. Just because a brand says, oh, this is a powder brush doesn't mean you have to use it just for powders. So my thoughts about this brush set, I think as a whole, for about $10.55, it's a pretty well-rounded brush set. You get 10 brushes. I really love the color of the handles. It's like this peach color, and you got this beautiful kind of rose gold ferrule. I mean, they really are really pretty to look at, and you got that bright white bristles. The brushes themselves are super soft, really gentle. I have washed all of the brushes twice now. Minimal shedding, so I was really impressed with that. I will say that I did get a bit of staining on the F14 that I used with blush and so this one is definitely a little bit tricky to get the color out, so that's a downside, of course, to really bright white bristles. You may have to do a little extra scrubbing to get out that pigment or makeup. In terms of can you do a full face of makeup with just these brushes, if you're doing minimal makeup and not a whole lot of eyeshadow, yes, I feel like you can do a full face of makeup with just these 10 brushes. However, if you're wanting to blend eyeshadow and really go in and, you know, blend through the crease, the lower lash line, you will need to get some sort of blending brush from, you know, another brush set you own or have to purchase one. So that is a downside to this set. Another thing I feel like they could have done with this set is instead of having these two flat shader brushes, the E113 and the E143, they're so similar. They're so darn similar. One is just slightly longer. The bristles are a little bit longer than the other one, and that's it. That's the only difference between these two brushes. So I wish they could have just swapped one of these out for like a really nice blending brush, you know, just incorporate that. I think that would have complemented this set a lot. Now, if you already own the Paw Paw eye brush set, I did pull them out. This isn't, I don't think this is all the brushes, but I do have the Paw Paw brushes here. So this is just eye brushes, and they do sell this, you know, this is sold separately. Again, I will link these brush sets down below if you want to check them out for yourself. But you have pretty much every eyeshadow brush you're ever going to need for doing a complete eye look, whether it's an everyday look or really dramatic smoky eye. So I really like this brush set for the eyes. So if you already own this brush set, I would say this would be a nice addition if you're looking for some face brushes to incorporate. So again, it just depends on what you're looking for, you know, how you like to do your makeup. If you like to do heavy full glam and you need eyeshadow brushes, you probably want to go with the Paw Paw eye brush set, or you could also purchase both sets, and that way you have a full collection of brushes for your eyes and your face. Another thing I wanted to mention is that the handles on this set of brushes are a little bit shorter. Here is the Away F28. This is from the bamboo brush set, and this is the F12. So you see the handles are definitely much shorter on the rose gold set. So another thing to keep in mind, if you don't like shorter handles, you may not like this set. I don't find that it's an issue, but I do find because of that, this brush set is more like travel friendly. So again, if you are looking for a simple basic travel brush set, I feel like this is really nice. And again, you get that really nice case, so it protects your brushes when traveling. I think that's everything, you guys. That is my review, my thoughts on this new brush set. Again, I will have everything linked below in the description box. And again, if you've missed my review on some of the other brush sets from Miss A, I will also link those in the description box. Thank you so much for watching and for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new. I talk about cruelty-free beauty here on my channel on Tuesdays and Fridays every week. You can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. My links are going to be here on the screen and also below as well. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.